I found a town that doesn't exist. It's not on any map. It doesn't show up on Google Earth. But I was there, and now I don't know if I'll ever make it back. It started on a road trip. Just me, my car, and a long stretch of empty highway cutting through the middle of nowhere. I was headed to my parents' place, but somewhere along the way my GPS glitched. The screen flickered, the signal cut out, and suddenly the road ahead of me was one I didn't recognize. It was a narrow, two-lane stretch of cracked asphalt, the trees pressing in too close on both sides. No signs, no mile markers, just a single name on my GPS screen. Ravenwood. I didn't remember seeing it on my route. In fact, I didn't remember ever hearing about it at all. But the sun was setting, my gas was low, and I needed a place to stop for the night. So when I saw a faded "Welcome to Ravenwood" sign leaning at the side of the road, I took the exit. That was my first mistake. The town looked normal at first, small, quiet. A single main street lined with old brick buildings, a gas station, and a diner with flickering neon letters that just read "Dine." There were people too. At least I thought they were people. They stood along the sidewalk, watching me as I drove in. Not moving, not talking, just staring. I felt a chill creep up my spine. Something about them was off. Their clothes were too clean, like they had never been worn. Their faces were too smooth, like they had never aged. Their eyes too wide, too empty. I told myself I was imagining things, that I was just tired. I pulled into the gas station, parked, and stepped out. And that's when I noticed something else. There was no wind, no birds, no sound at all. It was like the whole town was holding its breath. The gas station looked abandoned, dust-covered windows, an old register, a map on the wall that showed nothing but blank space where the town should have been. The pumps worked, though. I filled my tank as fast as I could, my heart pounding. Something was wrong here. I needed to leave. That's when I saw her. A girl, maybe 10 years old, standing in the doorway of the station. Unlike the others, her eyes weren't empty. They were wide with fear. She raised a hand and pointed behind me. I turned. The people who had been standing along the sidewalk were now closer. Too close. They hadn't moved, but they were closer. I dropped the pump, jumped into my car, and sped out of there. I should have made it back to the highway in minutes. I didn't. The road twisted and stretched, looping back into itself, leading me straight into the center of town. The same gas station, the same diner, the same people waiting for me. No matter which way I turned, I ended up back in Ravenwood. I wasn't lost. The town wasn't letting me leave. I slammed my fists against the steering wheel, my pulse racing. This was impossible. I had to be dreaming. But then, the girl from the gas station was suddenly at my window. She pressed her hands against the glass, her lips moving fast. No sound came out. Then I saw the words she was mouthing. "You have to wake up." The town flickered. For a split second, I saw something else. A hospital room. Monitors. Wires connected to my skin. Then I was back in the car, back in Ravenwood. The people were closer now, their empty faces smiling. And in the reflection of my rear view mirror, I saw something else. Someone was sitting in my back seat, smiling too.